My name is LaTrenda Schechter. I live in Eden Prairie, Minnesota. Well, I'm a fashion consultant. Pretty much anything about fashion I love. If there's a mall, you're gonna find me there. Well, I like modeling as well. I'm a model, and I also like cooking and pretty much doing anything creative in my spare time. I work a lot with Eden Prairie Center. I put on fashion shows and I style models for shows, and I also style individually. So someone will say, help me, I don't know what to wear, or I have an event coming up, or just in their everyday life. I go to clients' homes, I edit their closets, and I help them dress. India Palace. This is awesome Indian restaurant. It's kind of usually in a strip mall, but I know there's one in Plymouth, but there's one in Eden Prairie. It's amazing, and the food's really good. They have a really good, what's that called, a buffet. At nighttime they turn into white tablecloths, and then they have more of a server setting situation going on. So it's actually a really good restaurant to take your kids during the day, and then at night you can also go on a date there. I'm open to doing some of the fun, quirky things that are around town that maybe people would want to know about. I went to the University of Wisconsin, River Falls, and I hosted a television show there, and then I also had my own fashion segment. So I'm pretty good at being able to know that things aren't always going to go perfect. It was taped live, so that meant that even though it wasn't going to actually play live, we didn't redo anything. We still taped it as if it was a live show. I have kids, so I have to learn how to entertain their personalities. And especially with working as a fashion consultant, everyone's not the same. So I'm working with different body types, different personality types, aggressive, more tame. So I'm used to having to pull from people, and also knowing when people like to talk, when they don't necessarily want to talk. I'm used to having to pull, okay, so what are you actually needing from me right now? What are you actually wanting? Since I tailor to my clients' needs, I know how to tailor to different situations. I can read people pretty well. In high school and in college for a short while, I was a cheerleader. I was a competition cheerleader, and I also ran track. So if you guys have exercise segments, I'm ready to get in there and get physically active as well. Even if on camera I look silly or funny by falling or tripping, or maybe I don't do it perfect. I mean, life's not about being perfect, it's about trying new and different things. About 2 years ago, I was about 70 to 80 pounds overweight. And I looked at myself and I was like, oh my gosh, I look like I ate Beyonce. Like, I'm this girl who loves fashion. I love all these things, but I couldn't fit anything that I wanted to talk about. I couldn't really express to my clients anything that I could recommend to them, because all the while they're looking at me like, you're out of control. And I really was. So I, decided, what, I'm going to eat as much as possible, organic vegetables and meat, as much as I can, and just stick to eating vegetables and meat and water. And so I cut out pop completely, and I still drink coffee, but coffee and water and tea were pretty much the only things I drank. I really relied on God and my faith to get me the strength to be able to lose the weight. So, I wouldn't have been able to do it without that. And, it was a really tough journey. It took, about a year to get down to a healthy weight. And then beyond that, I got down a little bit more to a weight that I was comfortable with. If I had to pick one, it's simply one, I guess I'd say Tyra, because she's really good at giving emotional accounts of, relating to people, things that have happened in her own life, and also being able to talk to someone. But I guess I'm more Oprah, because I do like the book size of things. Tyra doesn't really go into book size, but also she likes fashion, of course, which I'm very much interested in, fashion and that aspect of it. But Oprah goes into a more intellectual side, and she really delves deeper into trying to help people. And I really find that a part of my personality. I really like able to help people when I can. That's why I like fashion consulting, because if you don't look good, I don't think you feel good. And so many of my clients have expressed to me they just want to feel confident.